Yo, first one to move is gay. Right, left, right, left, right, left.
I was just drinking and driving.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting behind this microphone today to tell you all about the peak of human stupidity. In these trying times that we find ourselves in, I always like to remain optimistic. But then I see news like this, and it makes me really stop and think that we have made zero progress as a species. On August 24th, a kid named Thomas Anthony Brienza was arrested for being an absolute insect. This menace called in a bomb threat to the Charleston International Airport and tried to say it was a prank. A little whoopsie-daisy, a knee-slapping tee. Thomas was also approaching multiple police officers and repeatedly telling them that he was either driving under the influence, armed with a gun, and even went as far as to say that he was a threat to the public. And this is not the first time this guy has pulled these kinds of stunts. He regularly uploads content to his TikTok page that revolves around the same garbage concept. And just when I thought this guy could not stoop any lower, I found a video on his TikTok page where he's filming a homeless man on the street.
I'm really geeked. Are you geeked?
Yeah.
Like, do you know Freak Bob?
Yeah.
John, you know Freak Bob?
Yeah.
That's your, like, cousin?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna tell them the same thing I told them last time. They were like, what year is it? I said 2050.
Clearly, this homeless man is not in a good state. I think the last thing he needs is to be exploited by some 20-year-old skid mark for a couple of clicks. This kid has no respect for anybody, and it really makes me sick. According to Thomas, he, quote, did not realize the severity of what he was doing. I don't know about all of you, but I'm going to assume that if you're watching this video, you are probably a well-rounded, intelligent, and beautiful person. So you probably have a good idea of right versus wrong, and I'm sure that you have for some time now. I'm not going to say that everybody is perfect. Hannah Montana already gave us that lesson. But most rational thinking people, yes, even at the age of 20, understand the magnitude of a bomb threat. It's common sense. How much melatonin did mommy give you, buddy? Because you clearly are not in the right frame of mind to even be allowed to leave the house without a real adult present at all times. There is literally zero chance that this kid did not know what he was doing. When you are 20 years old, you do some dumb things. We've all been there. But it is still an age where people are most definitely aware of right and wrong and need to be held accountable for their actions. Thomas is not 7 years old. He's been through high school. I don't know how he graduated, but I'm assuming that he's at least seen the inside of a classroom. Given that, I think it's crucial for Thomas's development that he be served the appropriate sentence. Everybody needs to learn at some point that life is not always rainbows and butterflies. But given that he already made bond at $100,000, I'm going to assume that mommy and daddy are going to take care of him and punish him by making him load the dishwasher for maybe, 3 days. You know, really putting the foot down. And I gotta be honest, they must be very loving parents, because for some reason, they decided to bail him out. Now, I don't have children yet, but if my child ever does something like this, especially at the age of 20, you can bet your sweet bottom that I will not be shelling out 100,000 big ones for them to get a slap on the wrist and then take them home to coddle them. And maybe that's a bit old school of me, but I can also tell you for free that if I ever had done anything like that at an adult age, my mom would have looked at me with love in her eyes and said, "You're on your own, buddy." This is sickening. I am always baffled at the amount of brain cells some people lack when they're trying to chase clout. The content that Thomas regularly brings to the table is the most insufferable, cringeworthy dog dookie that I've ever witnessed. And I honestly can't even stomach to watch his content. So I know that finding his B-roll footage is going to be a nightmare.
So I'm just in the cut, kinda just flexing on Turkish Toby Maguire, man.
I just want to let you guys know I don't have like any whippets in my car. No. Yo, Dave Blunts? Wait, you're not Dave Blunts?
Is that Dave Blunt?
What are you doing here, man?
It's my first day.
Why are you in the kitchen?
Geek Bob told me it's my first day.
You can't come to the kitchens without permissions, you know that?
Oh, okay. You?
Step out of the kitchen right now.
The fact that he's garnered a small cult following is also concerning. Because for some 12-year-old booger eaters on TikTok, this mutt might actually be an influence or an inspiration to them. And believe me when I tell you that I'm using the words influence and inspiration lightly with air quotes around them. But kids today look up to literally whoever they see online. No matter if that person is garbage or not, if they are famous or they get views, kids will be tempted to imitate the nonsense they see online. We all remember the Tide Pod eating challenge. And believe it or not, kids have not gotten any smarter. They are very impressionable. And luckily, this situation wasn't escalated to the point where somebody got hurt. Because with the things that Thomas was saying to these police officers and the way that he was running his mouth, he's lucky that they did not draw their weapons on him. I think this kid needs to be sent to boot camp. Thomas recently uploaded a video to his TikTok page that is very different from his usual content, where he gives an apology similar to Travis Scott, and he swears that going forward he's going to be posting more positive content and that he truly does regret his behavior. While this apology has a hint of sincerity to it, I still feel like it's something that his parents made him do. Like, I feel like his mom is sitting behind the camera watching his every move and making sure that he says exactly what she wants him to say. But regardless, I hope that he really means what he says in this video. Because this kind of content is not positive, it doesn't provide any value to anybody, and it's just deviant behavior that should not be encouraged. I have seen so many awful pranksters over the years, and I'm putting air quotes around the word pranksters. And I remember way back when this doofus named Sam Pepper got swirlied by the entire internet because he uploaded a prank where he literally assaulted random women on the street. And he tried to call that a joke. So funny, man. And when all of that blew up, I never would have guessed that it would have led to a downward spiral of so-called pranksters that just harass people on the street or in Walmart and try to categorize it as entertainment. I don't know what level of brain rot you have to be at to enjoy watching this kind of stuff, but it needs to stop. And people need to stop consuming this dog kibble, because it's only going to encourage this kind of foul, degenerate behavior to continue, and further devolve as it has been for well over a decade now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really want to know your thoughts on this entire situation, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Thomas should be at bare minimum banned from TikTok? Do you think that he is truly sorry? Do you think that he maybe learned something from this whole experience? Or do you think he is going to continue down this dark path of fatherless behavior and continue to pump out garbage content?
Yo, I just worked 40 hours and I shit my pants on the job. And I fell off a goddamn ladder.
I don't know. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to smack the like button. And click subscribe if you haven't already. Stay frosty, be good people, and I'll see you next time.